Well, it was amazing. I think this was before Patrice had started any of his installation art. So most of his art was drawings and paintings, and I was immediately struck with how good he was at drawing and depicting simply on paper. He could draw things beautifully in seconds, which was so expressive. And in the corner, the back of his studio, was the hug. It wasn't properly hung. It wasn't framed properly, but it was hanging there, for, on the side of a wall, and I immediately loved it. I loved the emotion that the painting carried, the closeness of the pictures, the way that they depicted. It had a softness, and it was a wonderful painting, and I immediately loved it. And I said, "Patrice, I want to have this," and he said, "You can't. I like it too much. You can't have it." And so we drank a few bottles of wine and discussed the issue, and I still couldn't buy it. He wasn't having it for sale. And then over the next couple of weeks we spent quite a bit of time together, and after I got back, he, after further persuasion, he reluctantly agreed to sell me the hug, which I immediately accepted, and I had the painting brought back to England, and I had it framed and crated and shipped to Tokyo. So it was first hung in our house in Tokyo, in our dining room in Tokyo. It was a very modern house, and it hung beautifully in the room that was there, and it has, from that day to this, has always given me a great deal of pleasure every time I see it. I remember actually being with Patrice. It was one of these paintings which I think he sort of added to as he went along, and the first time I saw it with him, he had it out and he took it up and he put it up on his big easel and was looking at it, and then he took out a red crayon and drew the distinctive lines which you can see on the right of the woman. He just drew in like this. I was going, "Patrice, what are you doing? What are you doing?" He said, "No, this is right." And of course it was right. It was, but it's a fabulous painting.